Hey everyone, it's me, Miss Imel, and I want to go through this shopping project to kind of help you understand how to fill it out. So let's start. All right, this first section is just the IB information, the grading information, the standard. Nothing you need to worry about filling out the introduction instructions. And then this next page is the receipts. You don't have to put anything on this page, but you will be using the information that's included. This is where we're going to start filling information out. So I'm going to start by filling in the item. The first item I'm going to look at is this Purina Dog Chow 46-pound bag that Mr. Z bought for $22.98. He bought one bag. So the things you need to look at on these receipts, you need to know what it is, the cost, and how many. That's what these ones and twos are. That's how many we bought. So this first one, I'm just going to put dog food and 46 pounds. It was the Purina brand. It cost $22.98. And I am going to be finding the price per pound. So what you're doing, you're finding the price for everything per whatever the measurement is. So for this first one, it's pound. For the second one, it is pack. For the next one, it is count. And for the last one, it is gallons. So you are figuring out the price per whatever the label is on the item. So now this is where I have to do a unit rate problem. And with unit rate, remember you have to get it down to 1. So I'm going to set it up. I'm going to start with a word ratio. I am finding dollars per pound, and LB again stands for pound. If I want to make that easier, let me do this instead. Thinking about it a little bit. Whoa. I'm going to put pound. And then in parentheses, I'll put LB so you know what that means, okay? Then I'm going to put down what I know. I know it costs $22.98 for 46 pounds. $22.98 for 46 pounds. I need to figure out now how much it's going to cost for 1 pound. So this is where we have to do the division. And so I am going to be dividing 46 by 46 to get to 1. And then I need to take $22.98 divided by 46. So now I'm going to set this up on a different page to show you how to do the division. All right. So I am dividing 22.98 divided by 46. Let me erase that line so it's not confusing. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm going to start by moving my decimal straight up, just because then it's out of the way. I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the problem. Goes right here. All right, sorry about that. They had an announcement that came on. So let me make that a little bit bigger. It's kind of like a weird thing of string, but that is my decimal point. Let me try it like that. You know, I'm just gonna redo it. There, good enough. All right, now for this problem, I am going to go through and start here. And when you're working with money, it is important that you include the zeros up here before the decimal point because you're going to be using cents then. So it's not going to be necessary though to do the subtraction because you're just going to keep getting the same thing over and over and it's a waste of time. So, you know, 46 can't go into 2, it can't go into 22, but it's going to go into 229. Now, if you don't know what 46 times whatever to get 229 is, then you can either take some guesses and try it, or what I will let you do to save you some time is on a calculator, if you do 229 divided by 46, you get this decimal. 4.97826, and that goes on. So it's going to be by 4. So I'm going to just test it out. 46 times 4, that's 24. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 2 is 18. 184. That's pretty close. So I'm going to put a 4 right here, and I'm going to subtract 184. I just moved that straight over. Now, when I subtract this, I get 5. Can't take 8 from 2, so I have to borrow and give, and 12 minus 8 is 4. Now I have 45. I'm going to bring down my 8. Let me erase this, get it out of the way, because I'm going to need space for all of this. All right, I'm going to do the same thing with 458. I'm not quite sure what that is. So I'm going to take 458 divided by 46, and I get another big decimal, 9.956, and so on. So I'm going to take 46 times 9. 6 times 9 is 54. 4 times 9 is 36, plus 5 is 41. So I'm going to put 9 up here, and I'm going to subtract 414. 8 minus 4, 5 minus 4, and I have 44. I'm really close to being able to be done. Remember, we can't have remainders when it comes to decimals. So I'm going to go until I get to the end, because what if it's a number that I could round this up to 50? So just going to continue. Let me make that bigger. Add my 0. Bring it down. Now I have 440. I'm going to do the same thing. 440 divided by 46. Again, I get 9. I think I'm going to have a pattern. And let me see. Yes, I can move that. All right, so borrow, give, 6, 2, because that becomes 3. Add another 0. 260 divided by 46 is 5. It's just going to keep going. So I'm going to stop there, just because I know I'm working with money, so I don't need like all of these decimals. So looking at this though, with a 9, that is going to make this round up. So I'm going to have, let me rewrite this, 0.4995. This 9 is going to change this whole thing to 0.5. Okay, 50 cents. It's 50 cents per pound. So let me go back to this. I'm going to put 0.50 with a dollar sign and my label of 1 pound. So now I have my answer. I'm going to go back here, and it is 0.50 per 1 or per pound. LB. 50 cents per pound is what Mr. Z is paying for his dog food. So I would go through then and figure out how much mine would be. So I'm going to put that in, dog food, because I'm going to need this information to make my comparison. So bear with me. Purina and my dog food, even though I have more, it actually costs less. It costs $22. Whoops, not WW. $22.42. Whoops. All right, now I'm going to do that whole thing, figure it out. I have to make some changes here because it's different amount for pounds and it's a different cost. So now, still dollars per pound, it is 50 pounds, and the cost again was $22.42. So now I have $22.42. I have to get down to 1, so I'm going to divide by 50. All right, let's set that up. 22.42 divided by 50. Again, zeros are going to go in. This is going to move up. There. So now I'm looking at how many times 50 goes into 224. That quickly. It's 4.48. 50 times 4. 200. I could have done that in my head. So I'm going to put a 4 minus 200. I get 24. Bring this down. 242. Let's see. Still going to be 4. Minus 200. I should have known that because 242 is less than 50. Or the 42 would be less than 50 because 250 times 5, or 50 times 5 is 250. But anyway, it's good to see it. And now I need to add a 0, and I have 420. When I do 420 divided by 50, I get 8. 50 times 8, whoops, it's 400. This should be the end of it. 200 divided by 50 is 4 even. All right, so again, I don't really need these numbers, but it's good to have. So let me rewrite this. Sorry, I did that one fast. I just wanted to get through that. 0.4484. Now I'm looking at this 8. That's going to bump this 4 up to 45. And the only reason the other one went up with both numbers was because it was a 9 and a 9, and that would be like making it 10. And so you add that extra 1. But anyway, this is 0.45. So 0.45 dollars per pound. Type that in. Dollars per pound. It is 0.45, 45 cents per pound. Now, I have both of these first two items done. And so when I go down to making my comparison, I'm going to put Purina dog food chow. I'll just put dog chow because that's what it's called. Mr. Z spent 0.50 cents per pound. Miss Imel spent 0.45 cents per pound. Just double check. Yeah. So who had the best value? Miss Imel did. I paid less money. I paid 5 cents less than Mr. Z did. So that means I paid the best value. All right, so that's all you're putting in. You're not even going to need all of these. You're just going to need 4 of them to show the comparison of the 4 different items. Going here, we'll go over these in class next week. And advanced class, you'll have a few different problems, but this is all the same. So I wanted to go through that. Let me know if you have more questions. Again, we'll go through this more next week, but I thought I would help you with this today. And that's all I have. So I will see you guys on Monday. Have a great rest of the week and a great weekend.